I'm Brandon James Kirk, and my word for unconditional is audacious. And audacious has a few definitions. I'll be going through those, and I am going to use my cards. Otherwise, we are going down a rabbit hole, and I'm taking you all with me. Okay? So, audacious is showing a willingness to take surprisingly bold risks. That's what I do in my business. I'm sure that's what you do in your business. We all take risks. That's part of being an entrepreneur. It also has another definition, showing an impudent lack of respect. If you know Brandon James Kirk, that's kind of me. Some of you have stories, I know. But I want you to be bold and audacious in your business. I want you to be verbose in your business. I want you to fight the conditioning that you've had since you were that you got from being a kid, getting from your parents or from your religion or from your friends or from other people that you've listened to. They've conditioned you to think a certain way about business and about yourself. And they've told you things like, don't rock the boat. Keep your head down. Act professional. Well, if your head is down, you can't see where you're going. So we need to be bold enough to say, no, I'm going to reject that. I'm going to keep my head up. I'm watching where I'm going. I'm not going to keep my head down and be all timid and meek in my business. All right. I'm going to allow my personality to shine through in my business. I'm going to allow it to shine through in my marketing. I'm going to allow it to shine through in my interactions with my clients. I'm going to allow my personality to shine through when I'm going to a networking event. Trust me, if I can give away a $12 bottle of wine and get 30 seconds on the mic, I'm grabbing that mic. I'm going to be audacious, bold, and verbose. And I'll tell you what, when I leave that room, my goal is to make sure that everyone in there knows who I am. And if they don't, they want to. Okay? That is part of being bold and audacious in your business. Okay? So let your personality shine through. Make sure you grab the mic whenever you can. Okay? Don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone and let people get to know who you really are. The other thing I'm going to talk about is fighting the conditioning that we've got. And we've heard this in the past. Nice guys finish what? Last. It's not true. Or nice business owners, they finish last because they're not willing to be as slimy as that guy over there. Okay, so I'm going to take us back to high school to demonstrate this. Do you all remember high school? It was great, wasn't it? No, it's horrible. Okay, but you remember you had this guy out there, Kyle, Todd, Chuck, whoever. This guy who would date all the girls, all the hot girls, and you're like, oh man, he's with this girl here, and literally he treats her like crap. He's like, oh, I don't want to go. She's like, hey, can we go to the mall? It's like, Becky, shut up. And like, oh my God, he's treating her like crap. Why does she put up with this? Why is she with this guy? I don't understand this at all. And, I would never treat her like that. If she was my girlfriend, I would treat her like a princess, right? I would never do that. But yes, she's with this guy. And then you start getting to think, well, this guy's evil and I'm good. And he's mean and I'm nice. Well, nice guys finish last. That's why I don't get any play. Okay? And this guy, Chuck, Todd, Kyle, whoever he is, he's like the 4-year-old walking through Walmart, crushing all the bags of chips and leaving them on the shelf for everyone else. Okay? And he's a monster. All right? And the thing is, it's the reason you're not getting play and he's getting all the action, he's getting the hot girls and everything, is not because he's evil and you're good, or he's mean and you're nice. The real reason is because he's bold, verbose, and audacious, and you're passive. And it's passive people who finish last. It's passive business owners who finish last. So let's take it a step further. Let's turn a page. High school's over. You're all grown up now. And you're in business. You're like, I do business, right? You're all excited about being a business person. And you've got a competitor over here, and he's getting all these customers, and he's just killing it. You're looking at Facebook. He's got a new boat. He's on vacation. He's doing all this cool stuff. Oh, I just got a brand new Harley. And you're like, man, I'm fighting over these customers. Why is he getting them all? And his product's not as good as mine. His customer service is not as good as mine. If they were my customers, I would treat them like they're gold, right? Sound familiar? It's high school all over again, except now the stakes are bigger. So you're like, I don't understand it. He's evil. I'm good. He's mean. I'm nice. And that's why he's getting ahead and I'm not, and I'm struggling. Well, that's not it at all. The reason is because he's bold, verbose, and audacious, and you're passive as a business owner, and that's why he's winning, and you're not. Does that make sense? Okay. And here's the thing. When he's taking these customers, and sometimes he's taking your customers, you know what he's doing? He's actually selling to the exact same customers you're selling to, but he's getting bigger tickets. His average ticket is higher than yours. And like, I don't get that. And why is it that his tickets are higher? Because he bothered to ask the question, ma'am, would you like fries with that? And she's like, yeah, I want fries. And then he's like, hey, for 40 more cents, I can supersize it. And she's like, yes, I want that. And you're over here going, well, wait a minute, my stuff's so like totally certified organic, non-GMO, blah, blah. And the customer's like, shut up, these are great. And now you're in the friend zone and you're not getting the business. Make sense? Okay. Now here's my question. Are you really upset that he doesn't have as good a product as you, or that he doesn't have as good a customer service as you do, or he doesn't have the same unique selling proposition, which is me? Is that your unique selling proposition? Me? All right. Are you really mad about all that stuff, or are you just mad about the fact that he's a better salesman than you are? Ooh, amen or oh me? Ooh, okay. All right. I also want you to be audacious when you show up to a networking event or any other type of business meeting, or you're meeting with different groups, because I do groups all over the city, right? But when I show up as my authentic self. I'm bold enough and audacious enough to show up as me. The same Brandon you met over in this group is the same Brandon you meet over here. You're not getting a different Brandon based on who I'm in front of. Be authentic enough to show up as your original self, as your authentic self, and be real with people. I go to networking events. I'm like, hey, how's things going? And the guy's like, oh, dude, we're killing it. We're having a great year. Oh, everything's up. He's lying. He just took out a HELOC loan on his house to make his payroll. But he's trying to make you say, oh, everything's great. There's no problems. And I'm like, no, be real with people. When you meet with me, I tell everyone the good and the bad. I'm probably one of the most transparent people you're ever going to meet. And I'll tell you what's good and what's bad and what challenges and struggles I'm having in my business, because I realize that the person I'm talking to may have the solution to my next breakthrough. But you don't get that if you're fake. And I'm going to tell you, you're not fooling anyone. They can see right through you. They know you're full of shit. Right? Okay. I want you to be audacious with your time. Put boundaries around your time, like Michael was talking about. Your time is precious. Your time is rare. It is irreplaceable. It is the one thing you're not going to get more of. And you cannot spend more money to get more time. That is simply not going to happen. So you need to say no to distractions and yes to opportunities. But as John Maxwell would say, or he has said, we need to beware of distractions that masquerade as opportunities. You say, ooh, we can expand our business in this direction over here, but it really doesn't fit our core competencies. But yeah, we could try to grab some more market share over here, even though we're really not good at that. And then I'm spending time and resources and putting stuff over there that's really not effective. So I need to be careful with my time and where I'm putting that time. All right. Now I will say yes to opportunities that will help me expand my market and my influence. I had somebody recently go, hey, Brandon, I see you do a lot of sponsorships all over the city, for this group or this charity over here. And we love doing sponsorships. He goes, have you ever thought about doing a sponsorship for a rodeo? I was like, well, no, that's really not my scene. I don't wear a cowboy hat. I don't wear cowboy boots, throw on a vest, go to a rodeo and pretend I'm a cowboy. I watch Yellowstone. Love me some Yellowstone. Okay. But I'm like, yeah, I'm actually open to that because it can help me reach a demographic that I currently don't have any influence in. So I say yes to that. Now, the other thing we have to watch out for is getting ourselves caught in the trap of the comfortable mundane. We do the mundane tasks in our business and we get because they're comfortable. Oh, I can work on these payroll reports and I can look on this stuff over here. This is easily stuff that you could be delegating off to somebody else, but you get wrapped up in it. And there could be several reasons why you're doing this. You get caught up in the comfortable and mundane and you're staying busy. You ever hear that? How's it going? Oh, we're staying busy. Do you know that staying busy is a trauma response? You're staying busy so that you can avoid dealing with the things that you need to deal with in your life, whether it's your emotions, whether it's your family, okay? The other thing is controlling everything. You want to control everything, and you won't delegate stuff to other people. You don't trust them to do it right, but really, controlling everything is a trauma response. What you need to do is take the time to deal with the trauma in your life, and you will either use your time effectively and you will deal with the trauma in your life on your own terms, or you're going to do it on somebody else's terms like a divorce attorney. Amen or oh me? Okay. So deal with that. And you also know when to stop grinding. You got to know when to stop grinding. We hear this in the business. Oh, I'm hustling and grinding. Rise and grind. Grind everywhere. If you do not know when to stop grinding, okay, life is going to pass you by. You'll go on a Disney cruise and not even know how to relax. Hear that? Okay. You've got to know when to stop grinding and understand there is a time to grind. And that is when you are in the startup of your business or when you're scaling or you're going vertical in your business. Yeah, there's a time to grind, but you have to learn when to turn this off. Okay? And if you don't, it is going to kill you. And it will destroy everything that you love. Everything that you say you're grinding for, you will lose. Are we on that? We good? Okay. So do not romanticize the grind. Okay. I also want you to be able to be audacious enough to break out of what is called humility, false humility conditioning. What is humility? Humility means that when I achieve something great, okay, I still remain teachable. I still recognize I've done some great things, but I've got more that I can learn, and I'm going to stay teachable. However, a lot of people like to use our humility against us, and they expect that you're going to act like you didn't, they expect you to act like you didn't earn it or you didn't deserve it. Or for you to act like it was no big deal. It was a huge deal. All the sacrifice that you put in. So don't act like you didn't deserve it when you worked really hard. Okay? Here is an example. My daughter, brilliant. Okay? She is. Okay? Now, in school, she's got Asperger's. She's very high functioning, but there was an area she struggled in, and that was spelling. And she would stay up all night, way past her bedtime, literally working through all of her spelling list and literally crying over it. And then she goes to school the next day and she gets an A on that spelling test, and she's like, yay, I got an A. And the teacher goes, don't gloat. Pulls her aside afterward and says, you can be happy about your grade, but you need to be happy quietly. Oh, hell no. And that's basically her response. Oh, hell no. Okay, she had worked hard for that. And in this age we've got, you've got to be quiet because you're going to make other people who didn't try as hard as you, didn't stay up all night crying and studying and everything else, you're going to make them feel bad. Well, maybe they should have stayed up. Maybe they should have studied harder. Okay, but that's what is happening a lot in our education system and in our society. Don't pat yourself on the back. Don't gloat. Don't bring any attention to yourself. Well, if you've achieved something and it goes unrecognized, you've lost your morale and your motivation to continue. Okay, so do not let people do that to you. Be bold enough to say, no, I'm not letting that happen. Okay, and you guys need to take your victory lap, whatever that means to you. Don't let other people steal your victory lap from you. Buy that watch, get that Porsche, drive the hell out of it, have fun. Okay, I do. All right. But also, once you've done all that, get back to work. Make sense? Okay. You're also going to find that the same people that tell you to be quiet happily, in their own lives, they've got excuses for everything why they can't achieve. Okay, that's why I don't listen to them. Okay? We don't listen to broke people. They're broke for a reason. Maybe they should be listening to us. Just saying. Okay? And they'll tell you all kinds of stuff like money can't buy happiness. Okay? They'll tell you stuff like play it safe. Well, if you want to play it safe, go get a job. There's plenty of them out there. Okay? They'll tell you don't put all your eggs in one basket. I'm sorry, sir, but if it's my eggs and it's my basket and I'm carrying it and you're not, I'll put whatever the hell I want in my basket. Okay? They'll tell you things are impossible, or I wouldn't do that if I were you. Well, you're not me, thank God. There's only one me. World can only handle one. Ooh, here's one. Nobody's going to buy your stuff. Or why would anyone want to listen to you? I heard that once. And then I went out and taught 25,000 students, and they all listened to me. Why can't you be like everyone else? Because I'm me. And I'm bold, I'm verbose, and I'm audacious. Last thing is, I want you to be audacious in your business, not passive. I want you to be authentic, not fake. Grind when you have to, but know when to stop. Rock the boat when it's necessary. Stay teachable while you take your victory lap, and be unconditional.